Hello, this is Reverend Angelia with today's Bible reading. Today's reading comes from Ephesians 6, Children and Parents. Children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. Honor your father and mother, which is the first commandment with a promise, that it may go well with you and that you may enjoy long life on the earth. Fathers, do not exasperate your children. And the older version says, do not provoke them to wrath. Instead, bring them up in the training and instruction of the Lord. So you're to obey your parents in the Lord. And what that means is, if your parents are telling you something good to do, you should obey your parents. But it says in the Lord. So if your parents are, telling you bad things to do, then, God probably doesn't want you to do that. Sometimes you have to think for yourself. And, of course, you should honor your parents. I always honor my parents. I don't always do what they said or listen because I knew that's not what was right for me, but I still respected them, the fact that they were my parents and they were doing what they thought was the right thing to do. And do not exasperate your children or provoke them to wrath. I know a family where that is a common thing. They're kind of mean and they tease mean. I have to get on my fiance every now and then because he was raised that way, and I remind him, fathers don't provoke their children to wrath, because sometimes he'll play a little rough, and that's not good. The important thing there is to bring them up in the training and instruction of the Lord. When my kids were younger, and we were married, I would read, to them. On Sunday morning, we had our own little service here in the house, and I'd read to them from the Bible. In the evening, of course, when there got to be two households, things changed, and that was not so good. But that's the important thing to do, is to bring your children up in the instruction of the Lord, because it later on says, if you do this, they will not stray far from the path. So that's it for now. Until next time.